There's been a ton going on in the world of MMA, whether that's interviews, posts, clips, things that have gone viral, things that have been trending. Today, we are going to be recapping that for you today. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's get right into it, guys. Quick intro. I kind of like that. 20 seconds. Let's start off with ACD MMA. Taking a look, a post, hitting the explore page. We love to see it, okay? Bro, they're going to cause so much brain damage to each other that I'm actually scared for them. It's true. Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker is going to be an insanely violent matchup. To be honest with you, you want to hear a hot take of mine? You want to hear a real hot take? Now, I know that Dan Hooker is a very capable fighter. I know that Dan Hooker is a very improving fighter, okay? I always thought that clip with him going, boys, I love this shit. I thought that was very cringy, and there's no way that this dude isn't suffering right now with the fight that he was going through. Gaethje, I believe it. Gaethje, I wholeheartedly believe it. Like, look at that face. Like, I believe that. But Dan Hooker, I think that he is playing up the I love to fight tough guy type thing. No, don't get me wrong. He's a tough guy. He's fantastic. And I'm not even dissing Dan Hooker. Love watching the dude fight. Have nothing against him personally. That clip didn't sit too well with me. I was like, come on, really? I don't know. He was going through hell, man. And when you put Justin Gaethje through hell, he thrives, okay? Let's continue on to one of the replies over there. The Pentagon of Violence must be completed. Only a few more matchups now. I've never seen this before. The Pentagon of Violence. We have Oliveira, Holloway. Wow, dude. Gaethje, Poirier, Hooker. That really is the Pentagon of Violence. Oh my God. I never realized. Yeah. That's actually a solid idea. But yeah, we're so close now. We might as well finish it. I don't know if that's been a thing in the MMA community for a long time because I've never heard of that before. Fight of the year incoming. Very, very true. That is going to be an insane fight, okay? Let's continue on over to the next topic. A post by Eternal MMA. Watch Khabib destroy every excuse Umar fans bring in one short clip. I don't know this clip. Let's see what Khabib has to say, okay?
You tired or not? Nobody care about you. He was tired. He have personal problem, family.
You know what the problem is at this point, we never know what's AI and what's not. I would imagine, and I'm going to assume, that this is a clip from Khabib because I haven't seen this. But interesting.
Because if you come here, don't complain. You want to become best. You want to become champion. And now you want to say like you're tired. Without you or with you, there is always going to be champions.
Wow.
This is your job.
Wow. Oh, Khabib holding his fighters accountable. But you know what? I think it makes for a good coach. I know there's been a lot going around recently about Khabib not being a good coach. I disagree with that. Like, yeah, you know what? He screams cage side, but look at what all of his fighters have accomplished. And we had one really, really close loss where I personally thought the fighter edged it out. Like, I don't see an issue with it, man, but Khabib dropping a bomb on his fighters. And that's a mentality sometimes you need, dude. Let's continue on to a reply over from that video. There's no excuses. Merab humped a single leg for half the fight and beat a guy with a broken hand. Not impressive. Very mid. I understand the critiques to Merab's style, but at the end of the day, if that was a fight to the death, who was going to win? It was going to be Merab, unfortunately. But let's continue on over to MMA Orbit. And I'm sure you guys have seen this by now. Anthony Smith tells Ariel Helwani this retirement fight is set for an event in April. Who should be his final opponent? I personally would really like to see Bogdan Guskov. Could you imagine the memes? Back in the day, we had Cowboy versus Cowboy. This would be infinitely better, dude. Infinitely better. Dude, could you imagine like making the Red Skull memes? Like, so good. I would love to see this. But Anthony Smith should already retire. He should not be fighting again. And all right, here's the reply. I hope it's Bogdan Guskov. I would love to hear the announcers call that fight between the two twins. Dude, it would be hilarious. I would love to see that fight. Please, UFC. Please, Dana. Make it happen. Hill versus Smith, the perfect send-off. Yeah, I think that's a very good matchup between the two, to be honest with you. I know Anthony Smith isn't exactly deserving of a contender like Jamal Hill, but he is coming off of two really, really rough losses. And it'd be a nice bounce back for Hill. I'd like to see that personally. Let's continue on. Guskov or Jacoby maybe. Someone that can use his name to build their resume. Thinking like the UFC. Thinking like the business mindset. We love to see it, of course. Like it, unfortunately, I could see the UFC actually end up doing something like this. Jacoby would be a good matchup, but I don't see Anthony Smith really beating anybody in the top 15 right now. All right, let's move on to the next topic, though. Let's move on. I'm sure that you guys have seen this one. Cheeto Vera does a TikTok dance with Neon, and I'm not going to keep it muted because of copyright, but you can. It's a TikTok song. It's a trend right now. Here we go. It did unmuted. Yep, Cheeto Vera dancing with Neon in a TikTok. Now, I don't think that this is the big deal that everybody's been making it to seem. It's just strange and kind of makes you look at Cheeto a little little bit differently. I mean, you could just look at it and be like, you know what, he's having a good time, but I don't know. Cheeto was kind of looked at a little differently up until this post, okay? O'Malley really did a number on him. That was kind of the big takeaway. People are just posting the knee that ended up hitting him. This is the cringiest thing I've ever seen from anyone in the UFC. Someone please comment something that overrules us. Ooh. Yup.
So I need you to chant this for me while we get our warm-up, all right? We're going to go, here we go, evil, here we go. Oh, oh.
Here we go, evil. I miss Jessica I just for things like this.
All right, ready? Let's go. Here we go, evil, here we go.
Ooh, ooh.
Right,
The guy in the background hyping her up too.
Here we go.
It never gets old. It never gets old.
That's right. Keep going. Come on.
What do you mean keep going? Who's doing anything? Crazy, man. Is there anything else? DDP kissed his trainer. Oh, just about anything Strickland says in terms of close to cringe. No, this dude, wait, what about Adesanya? Anything comes to Adesanya? Oh, I read that wrong. But dude, that actually topped Cheeto like by far. Maybe we should take a look at like the cringiest UFC moments of all time one day. That'd be pretty cool. But anyways, let's continue on. You can't even do your main job. Logan Paul to McGregor. This video has been going on everywhere with Logan Paul and Conor McGregor. You can check this out right now.
It's all sweet here. It's all sweet here. Yeah. You kept your mouth shut. You did. I thought we were gonna get the fight down. You're very quiet.
What did you think the best course of action was for that?
I don't know. Like, is Logan being sarcastic with him right there? That's what I don't get. Or is he just like, actually, what do you think, Conor, was the best course of action? Conor doesn't want to fight. Conor's just playing up the tough guy. Oh, you missed the opportunity to fight me.
This staying at that. You're in control by the WWE as well. But I don't be giving all this mega step.
Isn't Conor controlled by the UFC? Can't Conor not get a fight right now because he's signed with the UFC?
Here the last 5 seconds.
That was in the air for us. Yes, bring it home for me.
It's 8 a.m. How?
You can tell he's got a Zen. He put a Zen in his brain.
Yo, Vaughn coming always. Dude, the guy's hilarious. But yeah, Conor McGregor is just yapping because obviously Conor doesn't want to fight anymore. Conor is not going to fight anymore. And he's just making it look like, well, I was down, but Logan Paul wasn't.
This is the real deal, yeah? In front of you, you know that. You know that, bro. So we'll look here, we'll do it. He wouldn't do what? 190, 195? I'd do 190. He was sick. He was sick over it, yeah.
Dude, look at the way they're looking at each other, man. Like, hang on. Look at the way that Logan Paul looks back at Jake. They're like, is this dude serious? And could you imagine Conor McGregor reaching such a level where people end up looking at him like this? Like, they're looking at him like he's a joke. They're looking at him like, hey, what's wrong with this loser? That's the way they're looking at him. Could you ever imagine that would have been the case one day for Conor McGregor?
He was sick.
I'm sick.
Yeah, they're legitimately laughing at him.
I'm sick.
They don't care. Look, they're laughing at him. And honestly, understandably so. It's crazy.
You're sick. Listen, here's the deal. I'm going to slap the head off the two of yous and KSI. No! Yous are mixers to me. You understand that? Side jobs. A little side job.
No,
yeah?
you can't even do your main job. How you gonna do a side job?
You know, that's
Conor, you're getting cooked by Logan Paul. You're getting cooked. You're getting cooked. That's crazy. And Conor's just going to talk about it.
Being on a bus with you, bro. If there's a dolly, bro, you're going through a window.
Like, that's crazy that these two are actually just laughing at him. And I get it. Like, Conor is a shell of the fighter that he once was. They know that he's not serious. And Conor's just kind of doing the Sean Strickland thing where it's like, we need to fight like men. And Sean Strickland's the reason why you don't fight like men. Things like that. Conor's just talking at this point, man. It's crazy. I'd be shocked to not see these three collaborate on a business venture after this. Yeah, I would imagine that's going to be the case sooner or later. Never thought I'd see the day where a Disney kid and a YouTuber bully the UFC's biggest name in the history of MMA. Insane. Conor has no clue they're laughing at him either. It's sad. He's lost himself completely. Sheesh. This was very well said. That's my take exactly. Like, they were just laughing at Conor. It's crazy, the state of Conor McGregor and his career. Let's continue on. This is wild, man. Alex can make more than her yearly salary just off the one fight bonus. Why isn't he holding down for his sister? Bro's a millionaire. And this is a post from MMA Fighting. Aileen Pereira hopes to quit delivering for Amazon and to go full-time for her career. I do deliveries for Amazon, and we do what we have to. It's where the routine is very tiresome because we still have to accommodate the training hours and the job, but it all works in the end. It's not easy. We do deliveries for 4.5 hours. It's great to be here. The United States is very good for me and my son, too. Yeah, I mean, like, if I was Alex Pereira, I would definitely be taking care of my sister, but You don't know their family situation. It's tough. We don't know. Are they close? I don't know anything about Alex Pereira's sister. I just think it's not something we should look too deeply into. Why do people believe that if you have money, you're obligated to give it to others? Not others, but this is the thing. I agree with the reply over here. Others, that's how you would speak about your own family. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes. Like, I'm thankful that I have a fantastic family, and I wouldn't hesitate to give, like, one of my paychecks to my sister if I was in Alex Pereira's position. But not everybody has nice family. We don't know anything about the relationship, right? Regardless, let's continue on to a post over by Ariel Helwani. I'm pretty sure in 2019, if I could have hit him with a car, I would have. Let's see the state of Robert Whittaker and Israel Adesanya's relationship right now.
And Izzy himself, he was probably the most receptive of everybody there. I think he was really open to the idea. I think I think we're just both in good places in our career right now.
And you know what's always really cool to see is that after the rivalry that they had, and after the way that Israel beat Robert Whittaker twice, danced on his grave, it's nice to see that both of them, and mostly Robert Whittaker, could get behind this and they could train with each other and learn from each other and kind of like make for a really nice, wholesome moment within the MMA space. I like this personally. I think it's pretty cool.
I love it. I mean, this footage is so incredible. When you're out there kind of going through the motions, sparring him, whatever, are you having any moments where you're like, holy shit, look how far we've come. This is crazy. Any like, wow, I can't believe, like any sort of out of body experiences that you're now buddies and in the training room with a guy that you've gone to war with twice?
Dude, it's the end of an era. It's the end of an era. This is kind of like when we first saw Chael and Anderson kind of buddy up together, where it's like, oh my God, after all of that, that's really awesome to see.
Yeah, definitely. I had that when I was walking into his house. When I was walking into his house, and I sat on his couch. He was asking me if I wanted anything to eat. I was like, oh man, where am I right now?
This is why you love Robert Whittaker too. His whole mindset going throughout life. It's just, he's a really, really honorable, respectable guy.
How did we get here? Because, yeah, it was surreal to finally sit there, especially like we had because Australia and New Zealand, like it's us versus everybody else. But when it gets down to it, we kind of like been rivals as well. You know?
Kind of been rivals. These two wanted to take each other's heads off, man.
But and that kind of rivalry just, I don't know, set the stage for a long leg between me and Izzy. So it was good to finally hash that out.
Yeah, and now you could argue that you hashed it out in the fight, but it's nice to see that you could instead like learn from each other, because they're two extremely capable fighters, two fighters that could vastly improve each other. It's kind of like Mighty Mouse and Henry Cejudo coming together.
I bet back in like 2019 or so, the mere like sort of mention of this idea, you'd say over my dead body, right? Like you wouldn't even like entertain the idea of going there and hanging out with him and training with him, right? It was that personal at one time.
Let's see.
Mate, I wouldn't say it was personal, but I'm pretty sure in 2019, if I could have hit him with my car, I would have.
But it's not personal. It's not personal. I would just run this dude over with my car. But you know what? I get it because of the way that Adesanya treated him after knocking him out the first time. How could you keep your composure? How could you not get up, right? And like, dude, it's crazy how far they've come in.
I just like, not kill him, like a little bump. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just a little bump. Just idle into Izzy. Yeah, right.
Yeah, there was no love lost there. Like, no, back then.
Incredible.
Could you imagine Robert Whittaker just like driving a car? We need to see that storyline. Like Adesanya get some groceries or something, crossing the street, and Whittaker just like flooring it, like just evil Whittaker coming about. That'd be hype. I would love to see that. Let's continue on to some replies over there. It's good to see both good guys. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Izzy fan over here, but Robert Whittaker is absolutely an insanely good guy. Let's continue on to a post over by the Fight Bubble. 2.8 million views over here. Alex Pereira goes off on reporter Guillem Cruz, apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong, who revealed that his sister Aileen Pereira is working a second job as an Amazon driver. All right, let's see what Alex had to say. Bro, you almost cut off the recording after my sister said she was working. If you had no evil, you would have asked if I'd help you in any way. But you knew that you prolonged the conversation. You know that I wouldn't have a good material for you. But for the people who are trying to win in life, it would be very important. I will do an interview talking about it. At the best time, I will talk about your attitude to the interviewees and especially to my sister. You don't deserve to have this kind of work with this evil and creating discord and transmitting it to the good people. I will reinforce in the video Dana White's stop, and I'm going to get more behind the scenes insights to his coworkers. You like media. You like media, so you're going to get media. Fire. A little bit tough to dissect there, but Alex Pereira, is he mad at... Oh, okay, it is the other post that we did get to go see because the Fight Bubble posted, like I'm looking right above me right here, off the reporter who revealed that is the one who revealed Aileen Pereira is driving for Amazon. Weird situation. All right, so Alex Pereira does have a good relationship with his sister, it looks like. Alex might request a change of opponent for 313. Yeah, just blame the one reporter. Well, now I'm fighting Anthony Smith. Now I'm fighting Anthony Smith for his retirement fight. Anthony Smith obviously deserves this. Like, why would I not? And the reporter's fault. The reporter's the reason why I took away the Ankle Lives opportunity. Let's continue on to everybody's favorite drama. Nina drama. I messed up completely what I was saying over there. Regardless, here you go. Sean Strickland reveals he's never washed his cup or jock strap. Is this normal? All right. I haven't seen this. Let's see.
Watches their cup. I got the tie cup with the string that goes up the asshole. So you don't really...
It goes up your ass and you don't wash it?
Listen.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Nina. Ugh. Grossing me out, man. Something like, in case you haven't followed my experience on any other channels, because there's no reason to talk about it when it comes to MMA, I am a incredible germaphobe. Like, ugh. Stuff like that. Ugh.
Why don't you wash it?
I'm gonna wash occasionally. You know, I got a few of them, but it's like, you know, you go a couple days without washing it.
No, you need.
I wipe my ass like an adult. You know, I'm very clean sometimes.
I watched you kick your mouth guard across the floor and put it in your mouth.
What do you?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, you need to wash that thing after every use, dude.
What do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get mat herpes from the
No,
ground?
you can get like a bacterial infection in your gums.
You can get a lot of things from a mat with people walking around. People, and who knows, like people coming in with sandals or something, bare feet outside.
It keeps you fucking strong. It keeps you strong, dude. Every now and then, this is the problem.
People have athlete's foot and like SARS.
That stuff doesn't keep you. Like, I understand where he's coming from an immune, building up your immune system perspective, but Nina is right. There are infections that aren't good for you.
Problem with you fucking soy boys.
Wow! Had to pause the video to give myself a reminder to bleep that. Did not expect to hear that.
You guys.
Yeah, Nina's like, my video. She's like, seriously, my video.
You guys are so afraid of like germs and like, I mean, like, you guys are just so afraid of germs and just like,
That's crazy.
Keeps you fucking strong. I don't get sick, Nina. I'm a grown ass fucking man. I don't get accident.
Wow. Wow. Like, hey, I understand building up your immune system, but I know dude, I'm sorry. I don't want to get sick ever. I don't like getting sick. I don't find it pleasant. And I know that my immune system isn't exactly as strong as everybody else for that reason. But like, I have hand sanitizer right next to my desk over here. Like, I am a very, very clean person. There's nothing wrong with being clean. There's nothing wrong with being less cautious, I would say. But when you come to things like is getting something like ringworm really good for you? And I understand like putting your mouth guard in won't exactly get you something like ringworm, but you get the point, man. Wash your goddamn jock strap at the very least, okay? Sean reminds me of the smelly kid in class. I guess so. I wonder if he actually, like, I would imagine he's actually like that, but I always question, like, is he just saying that? Is Sean just saying that just for to get a clip or to somehow weirdly impress Nina? Like, Nina, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Nina, I don't care at all. Doesn't that make me cool, Nina? Let's continue on. Liam Healy posted this. Seeing your friend who's new to MMA watch your favorite fighter get knocked out cold for the first time. Yeah, we've been through it before. And floods you back with memories, man. Floods you back with memories. I don't know, man. I think it gets easier watching it happen multiple times. Or excuse me, I don't think it gets easier. Yeah, that's entirely true. Like things like Alexander Volkanovski, watching him lose a few times. It's really, really difficult to watch if you're a fan of somebody, man. Let's continue on to the next post. Bro, what is this hairstyle? I think I've seen this before. But yeah, I don't know exactly what that is. I have no idea. The good thing Alex Pereira has all the aura that he is. That's Goaton hairstyle. Exactly. All you need to do is be Alex Pereira. You can do what you want. The fans will be behind you. Let's continue on over to ACD MMA again. Let's make a pact, Jerkus. No takedowns. We stand and fight like men. If you guys haven't seen, which I don't know why it's not here. We have these chosen for us, by the way, if you are new to the channel. Sean Strickland just uploaded a video saying that Jerkus Duplessis needs to fight like a man, and there's going to be no takedowns. We need to fight like men. And then Sean Strickland will end up jabbing and teeping. If there is no fighting like men in this fight, it will be because of Sean Strickland. Let's continue on. He knows he's effed. He fights to the death for the last 10 seconds of round 5. Yep. And then screams like, yeah, I'm going to bleed for you guys. Yeah, I have a feeling Jiggins 2 Plus, he's going to do a lot better this time around. Bro needs to redeem himself or this fight or he's cooked. Yeah. And then it's going to be the Drickus and Hamzat show. Like, Sean Strickland needs to win this fight. Let's continue on to the next post. The sharpest MMA. Jamal Hill's girl had eyes for Jiri after the fight. Let's see. All right. I don't know. Like, yeah, perhaps, if that's the case, I feel horrible for Jamal Hill. That's why, man, like, I've had aspirations in my life to actually be a fighter, but first of all, like, brain damage was the biggest thing that kept me away from it. But the other biggest thing is I couldn't take, like, and I don't care what you say, man. Like, I don't care what you say. There are very few women on this planet that have the capacity to not, like, to not adapt to some sort of ick watching their man get KO'd or beat up and humiliated. That takes a very, very special kind of girl. And I wouldn't even argue like, oh, well, you need to find a girl like that. No, like, it's normal for girls to feel uncomfortable, like when their men just get flatlined, beat up, another man just beating on them. Biologically, it makes sense. So I was always worried, like, what if I ended up, like, losing in front of my girl? Like, my girl would never have to watch any of my fights ever for me to be okay with that. And look what happened to Jamal Hill. And then you have, like, this giant Chad and Jiri Prochazka. It would make sense if she's all of a sudden attracted to this guy, right? It would make sense. But I mean, also, she could just be looking. We could just be looking way too deep into that, right? But man, like, I just hope that Jamal Hill's okay, man. I like Jamal Hill. I hope the best for him. I hope that his girl doesn't end up leaving him. I love how this comment section is divided between people who understand this is a joke and people who cannot take the joke to save their lives. I understand that. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think, to be honest with you. I wouldn't take that as a complete joke. I wouldn't take that as something that is completely serious. It's really, really tough, okay? Example number 5,689, why I couldn't be an MMA fighter. I'd crash out and commit a... Wow, okay. If I saw this tweet after getting KO'd in front of my girl. That's the problem, man. Like, I'd go crazy. Like, oh, it must be so, like, the stuff that they have to go through is very, very difficult, man. Let's continue on to Param Pam 1990. Vintage footage of UFC star Dustin Poirier punishing a young fighter in his sparring. The young dude had a fight upcoming but kept missing his sparring days at the gym. So the coach asked Dustin to go full on the session and beat him up. The diamond obliged. Let's see, all right? Yeah, this is an old video. Dustin Poirier. So this dude has a fight coming up and they're going, like, really, really hard in sparring. But yeah, I understand the mentality. Wow. Oh my God. He's going crazy. Dustin really isn't holding back. I'm sure that, like, Dustin Poirier is definitely the guy to, like, secretly get off to something like this. Let's see. Oof. I'm trying to tell if we know who that fighter is. I can't really tell. Maybe not. But yeah, if he had a fight coming up and he's missing days at the gym, I guess it's kind of good to show the reality of what's coming to him in his fight. But I don't know, man, like, taking it this hard on him, maybe it's like a tough lesson that he needed to learn. I understand both sides of this, if anybody said this is right or not right.
I mean, you got to pay for it one way or another. You might as well do
Oof.
Take it like a man. Come on.
Poirier.
Come back to your face.
Oh my God. This could also destroy his confidence for the fight too, but if he's not disciplined, oh my God, Poirier's tagging him. They're using MMA gloves too, man. Oh my God. Yeah, oh my God, that was a rough watch, but sometimes people just don't learn that easily. Bad from Dustin, bad to the coach, so beat him up before a fight. That's the only thing. Like, if he has a fight, like, coming up, it depends how close to the fight. Like, if it's just starting training camp, then maybe I get it, but if it's really close, like, I don't know if you really want to beat him up that bad before the fight, but again, I understand the lesson in place. I don't know, sparring this hard seems excessive before a fight. If it was just an everyday session, then it's fine, but it's a UFC fighter beating up a guy who had a fight coming up. Not blaming Dustin, I'm blaming the coach, but I guess the coach knew better. What is the guy's name? Yeah, like, again, I'm not going to complain one way or the other about how people feel about this. Let's continue on to a new topic over here. The Dagestani style is slowly but surely being figured out. I don't know. You think? Just because Umar lost, just because there was a really close fight with Usman Nurmagomedov, I don't know. Like, Marab could just make anybody tired, but I don't know. Do you guys think that? Comment down below. Let me know what you think, because it's an interesting topic. I think it's more people not being as afraid. They don't have the same fighting style, but all fall back on wrestling. I think people are understanding that you have to push the pace and have good takedown defense to be able to get back up strategically and never accept bottom position. Yeah, that's well said. That's actually a good idea, because people fight differently when they're afraid. That's one of the reasons why Khabib was so dominant. That's one of the reasons why Islam still is dominant, is because people are so afraid of the takedowns. Why Sean O'Malley lost to Marab. Things like that. Aura in the octagon matters, and now that some of the Dagestani fighters are starting to lose or starting to have close fights, maybe that's changing for some fighters. There's really no anything to figure out. Those guys are just more disciplined and better than a lot of other guys. It's also a more simple mind game with the guys being trained by one of the best of all time and having a similar style to him. Yeah, that's a fair take. That's a fair take, but I'd love to know what you guys think about that one, because that's actually a very interesting conversation. But the conversation right here does not have to end just yet. We did take a look at more trending clips, so you can check that out in this video right here. I would love to have you guys over there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.